Hello, welcome to the week 2 lecture. This is all about the writing process and rhetorical situation. We're going to divide this up into 4 parts. We're going to talk about the rhetorical situation. We're going to talk about the writing process, your own literary essay, and this week's reading. Part 1, let's talk about understanding the rhetorical situation. Remember that writers don't create in a vacuum. Everything we write is shaped by what's happening around us, and that is called the rhetorical situation. There are 5 parts we want to consider, that is, the purpose, audience, topic, writer, and the context. And now I'm going to take you through each. So, with your purpose, ask yourself, why am I writing this piece? Is it to inform, to persuade, to analyze? The purpose drives the choices that you make. Who are you writing for? Your audience brings biases, experiences, and expectations. Writing for your teacher isn't the same as writing for your best friend. This is what you're writing about. Even if it's assigned, you can choose an angle that excites you. You are the writer, and all the experiences, culture, and perspective you bring. Think about how your background shapes what and how you write. Finally, context is everything surrounding the piece: the time, place, medium, culture. A blog post written today will sound different than an academic article from the 1980s. All right, part 2, the writing process. Let's get into it. So, the writing process isn't a straight line, it's recursive, meaning we circle back. You might brainstorm, draft, then go back to outline or revise. That's normal. Let's break down the steps. Start by understanding the assignment, okay? Think of your assignment sheet as a contract with your instructor, and if you have questions, don't be afraid to ask. Once you understand the assignment, then you can start gathering ideas through brainstorming, jotting notes, or talking it out. There's 2 types of pre-writing, and those are brainstorming and mind mapping. Well, these are 2 of the most popular types. So with brainstorming, it's free flowing, right? You write down everything that comes to mind. It's more tactile, it's hands on. Whereas a mind map is more structured. You put your idea in the center and you branch out connections. So one is more visual, one is more concrete. After you've finished brainstorming or mind mapping, it helps to create an outline. An outline helps to organize your thoughts before you write. Think of it as your roadmap. You'll connect details back to your thesis here in the outline. Now it's finally time to put your ideas into sentences and paragraphs. Remember, your first draft is about getting words on the page, not perfection. When it comes to drafting, I always tell my students that quality over quantity. I'm sorry, the opposite. Quantity over quality. Usually we say we want quality over quantity, but when it comes to drafting, okay, it's perfectly fine to just pour it all out. It's perfectly fine during the drafting process to give more than enough because you can always cut back. We can always trim it back. We can always make things more concise. But when it comes to the drafting process, you want to get it on the page, okay? Finally, in this class, we'll be doing a lot of proofreading and editing. I will be reviewing your essays, and so will your peers. Sharing your work gives you fresh eyes. Someone else might notice gaps, confusing spots, or strengths that you don't see. And as I said in the introduction to this course, I am a strong believer in collaborative learning, and I do believe that writing is a collaborative process. This is where the magic happens. Revision is re-seeing your work, adding detail, reorganizing, and clarifying. Editing and proofreading come last. You polish the sentence, you check grammar and mechanics. Let's bring this to your project, the literacy narrative. This is a story about how reading, writing, or language shaped you. Please review the instructions on the e-learning platform. And of course, again, if you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Okay. Use the writing process, brainstorm memories, outline key events, draft your story, and then revise. The rhetorical situation matters too. Your purpose is to reflect. Your audience is me and your classmates. Your topic is your literacy journey, and your context is this class. Now, although this isn't a traditional essay, you will still need a clear thesis statement. Here's a quick review of what not to do. And pretty please don't do this one. In this paper, I will. And here's a reminder of what a good thesis statement should look like. More specifically, this thesis statement works for literacy narrative, which is a personal claim about how literacy has shaped you. Here are some more examples. Before you begin working on your essay, you're going to want to start thinking of an event that relates to your literacy. Interesting, humorous, embarrassing, the origins of your current attitude on the topic of literacy, recalling someone or something that helped you begin to understand a literacy concept. Could be a teacher, could be your mother. Remember that you are given a outline template in the e-learning platform. Here's a brief overview of a basic outline. And finally, let's connect this to this week's reading. So this week, we will read From One Writer's Beginnings by Eudora Welty. She grew up in Mississippi, surrounded by books and stories. She wrote about the South, memory and language, and even won the Pulitzer Prize. In her essay, she shows us how childhood memories, like listening to her mother read aloud, shaped her writing. That's exactly what we'll do in our narratives, turn memory into meaning. I'm really excited to see what you guys write. I am looking forward to hearing you guys' stories and sharing my own. I hope that you all have fun with this process, enjoy the process, and really use it as a time to reflect. All right? Good luck and have fun.